Okay, here is our video for the A major scale and tonalization. This will become your new warm-up every day as you begin your practice session. What we should talk about first is the pizzicato that Suzuki puts at the top of the page. We have E and A. We can pluck the strings and listen to the natural ring that comes from the string. What we're going to try to do is match that sense of ring with the bow. So if I take the bow and I don't have the right feeling of speed and weight and energy, and I'm not starting the bow the right way, we get something like this. So what we're trying to do is really shape this sound into toe, 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 that sort of a sound, just like ringing a bell. So we're going to listen very carefully to the start of the note and the end of the note. We're going to make sure everything here is relaxed so that when you pull the bow, there's a feeling of just letting go from the arm, springiness that we have from the shoulder, through the elbow, through the wrist, through the fingers, and down into the string. So what I'm going to do is put the bow down here at what will be your bottom tape. And we're going to feel glued to the string with this relaxed weight of the arm. And here is our toe sound. As we get more comfortable with that, we expand the bow a little bit until it becomes longer, but that comes a little bit later. For right now, keep the bow relatively short and see how many of those you can do where you get the toe sound. Now, we're going to talk about the scale and the tonalization. We want to do this first with tucka, tucka, tucka rhythm, and then it will be with the single bows. So the A major scale is nothing more than what we've already done. We've done A, 1, 2, 3, and now that just comes over and we have E, 1, 2, 3 will be the fingering. Very important to make sure the hand doesn't change shape, or that we don't have the fingers coming on the sides or at a different angle on the E string. You should be able to really maintain this shape as if you're holding a ball in your hand. The fingers stay relaxed. We're going to start on the A string. Now we set 1, 2, 3 on A, move the bow over. So we're paying attention to the relaxed hand, staying in the right shape, and we're paying attention to really finding that energized sound with the bow. So it's not ever like that, it's always that way. And then you can do it also with single bows. And so on. And that will be our toe. So we just keep listening very carefully to beginning and end of the note and the sense of the ring. Now I'm going to play through the 3 tonalization exercises. Singers do something called vocalization, which is getting the most resonance or ring out of their voices, using the voice in that way. So Suzuki took that and changed it into tonalization, because we talk about our tone or the quality of our sound. And of course, singers' vocal cords are ringing, and that's what we want the string to do. We never want the feeling of pushing down into the string. We always want the feeling of drawing the sound out like a bell ringing. So we start the string ringing with energy and then it just rings. So I'm going to play through these 3 tonalization exercises. We want to always start these with the tucka, tucka, tucka rhythm, and then you can transfer it over to single bows. So here we go, starting on the A string. That's open A. Now we have 2 by itself on the A string. Open E. 3 by itself without any other fingers down. Now, you want to stop and listen. If you think you can get more ring, try it again. And we should talk about the things that we need to get the ring. Now, we talked already about what the bow has to do, but let's talk about what the left hand has to do. First of all, the left hand has to be, the finger has to be exactly in the right place. So if I play, this is the note A, this 3 on the E string, and if I play it a little bit high, you hear there's not very much ring. Now if I move it down, we start to get this ring as the bow stops. What's happening is the vibration is going through and making the other strings ring, and especially the A string, because it's the note A. So having a good tone is very tied to being in tune. So first of all, the bow, having that right feel and that energy. Second of all, playing exactly in tune, so we're going to be very careful with where the fingers are setting. Third is a relaxed feeling over here. For some reason, it won't ring so much as we squeeze the neck and push the finger down, but if we get that cushiony, relaxed feeling, cushiony in the fingertip right down into the string, then it starts to ring. And the final thing is we don't want to be touching the other strings because that blocks off the vibration. So I'm going to start it again. This is the first one. Open A. 2. Open E. 3. Open E. Back to 2 on A. Open A. You may want to take longer than I'm taking in between each of these. The important thing is that you really do stop in between to listen for the ring. Otherwise, there's no point to the exercise. So you play and you listen to what it sounds like as the bow stops. Now, the next one. 1 note changes. Open A. 2. Now it's going to be F sharp, which is 1 on the E string. That 1 is going to stay down because we're coming back to it. And we set the 3 on the E string. Don't play again until you hear the ring stop. 1. 2 on the A string. Open A. And now the last one, open A. 3 on the A string by itself. And it's still ringing. Now it just stopped. Now 1, 3, it just stopped ringing. So that last one, I really took the time that you should take. I sort of rushed through the other ones just to get it on the video. But that's how long you should wait until the ring stops. And of course, you're noticing that the open string notes will ring a little bit more than the others. So like a B or a C sharp won't ring as much as a D because we have a D string. But there's ring anyway with all of them. There should be. Okay, so that is your tonalization and scale exercise. From here on out, basically we play scales in different keys, and I do it also. I do 3-octave scales every day, or I try to. So this becomes a very important part of our practice session. All right, happy practicing and good luck.